We were at EP tonight for the entire football game, and what a dandy we saw tonight. Sean Peterson stuffs the runner there. Ryder Patterson, 4th and 1, stopped by Mohamed Sane, turnover on downs. South's next possession, Jacob Royce, picked off by Devin Jordan. Watch this, though. Jordan is going to wind his way like 125 yards total as he winds back. He winds back, stiff arm, he's down at the 2-yard line. It sets up Dominic Heim, 3-yard TD run. EP's in front, they go for 2, as they sometimes do, and they get it. It's 8-0. South with the ball, Carson Hansen, stopped by Adam Mertens. He had a tough night. They bottled up Carson tonight. Second quarter, Jay Winters met in the backfield. Heim for the loss of 3. Cougars defense, Ryder Patterson, textbook tackle of Kaler Ellis for a loss of 8. You get the idea. This was a hard-hitting defensive game. Then, watch this. Nick Fozzie to Michael Gross, 85 yards on the touchdown. 2-point conversion, no good, but it's 14-0 Eden Prairie. Cougars respond, 4th and 5. Royce to Winters, 30-yard touchdown. Halftime score, 14-6 at Eden Prairie. Then the defense goes to work for EP. William Schreiber, Matthew McFadden stuffed the run. Then Jordan takes the handoff, dives for the goal line, and he's in. Ruled short. Tyler Walden would take it in, and Eden Prairie's now up 21-6. Fourth quarter, South trying to get back in the game. Royce scrambles. He's sacked by Mertens, a huge loss. After that stop, the Cougars never saw the ball again. Tobin Frost picks up the first down, and then they go play action. Fozzie to Walden for another first down, and man, that's the ball game. Eden Prairie avenges that 42-7 loss last year to Lakeville South, and they win this year, 21-6.
Last year we ran a 5-3, I believe, and we switched to a 5-4 this year with different personnel, and it worked perfectly. We had different schemes, and we had people coming in, and they had certain reads and stuff, and it worked perfectly. I loved it.
You just got to make reads and play hard. I mean, Coach Ritter and all our coaches gave us a great game plan. You just got to play hard, read your keys, and stay home. We're the standard for Minnesota football, so that doesn't matter to us.
Anybody that doubted Eden Prairie was bad?
Everybody. It doesn't matter. We're the standard. That's why you come play football at Eden Prairie.
Well, one, we got really good players and big physical kids, and, we were able to execute the game plan that we put in this week. And then we made some big plays, some big 4th down stops. And the offense had enough to, get us some points, and that's a state championship caliber game right there.
The rain stayed away, and a physical, well-played game got started. In the first quarter, after an Eden Prairie fumble, the defense got the ball right back. Devin Jordan returned an interception all the way to the goal line. EP got on the board first. Then they took a 2-score lead. Michael Gross hauled in a Nick Fazzie pass and finished down the sideline.
Number 1 against number 2 tonight in Eden Prairie. 8-0 Eden Prairie in the second. The Eagles usually ground and pound, but this time it's a Nick Fazzie pass to Michael Gross that goes 85 yards for the Eden Prairie touchdown. Lakeville South answered before halftime. Also through the air, Jacob Royce hooks up with Jay Winters. Nice catch for a 30-yard score. But EP led the Cougars 14-6 at half.
But the Cougars responded on the next drive, a passing touchdown from Jacob Royce to Jay Winters, one of 8 passes attempted by South, doubling their season total.
So that really shows how great our defense is to make them throw it twice as much as they have all year.
We just decided we were going to, not give them the runs that they've been able to get, and they were going to have to throw the ball. So our defense executed it really well.
Eden Prairie's first drive of the second half was a long one, punctuated by Tyler Walden.
And then Eden Prairie, just a masterful job controlling the clock in the second half. Kept it on the ground, out of Lakeville South's hands. Tyler Walden made it 21-6, and that's your final. Lakeville South's 22-game regular season win streak comes to an end.
And then in the fourth, on 4th down, a sack sealed it for the Eagles. Lakeville South's multi-year 23-game winning streak is over.
They have to take stock of those emotions. We talk a lot about that life's going to have adversity. It's not always going to go easy. They've had a lot of success, and so now it's time to learn from failure.
They're a championship program. We're a championship program. We're both championship programs. You're going to have a battle like that every time.
I mean, we just did what we expected to do. I mean, that's really it. We knew we were going to win all week. I mean, for everybody, that was a really big game, but we knew we were going to win.
He told me he broke his ankle during the summer, but just discovered that break last week. The Gopher commit will undergo surgery next week and will be out for 4 weeks following. But to the game, let's pick things up at the end of the first quarter. Maple Grove's Jacob Kilzer keeps it for the 1-yard run to put the Crimson on the board first. 7-0. To the second, Kilzer again, this time pitching it behind Charlie Roche. Hudson Poole is in the right place at the right time. He's going to scoop it up and take it 40 yards down the far sideline. Extra points no good. It's 7-6. A few plays after a Crimson punt gone wrong, Skippers find themselves inside the 10. Milo Spasovic connects with Roman Johnson for the 9-yard.
Skippers Milo Spasovic to Roman Johnson in the end zone. Nice timing pattern, nice connection. You like that? How about this? The Crimson and veteran quarterback Jacob Kilzer, how long has he been doing things like this? He waits, he reads, he finds Tanner Albeck in the back of the end zone. Maple Grove wins a wild one, 41-27.
Ooh. Score now, 13-7. Tonka takes the lead. They don't hold on to it for long. Just before halftime, Kilzer rolls out, finds Tanner Albeck in the back of the end zone for another 6. 14-13, Maple Grove at the half, and they keep that lead throughout the third and fourth.
Forest Lake head coach Brad Beskow starting 3-0. Do they do it tonight? You bet they do. Leighton Patzer with a touchdown run against Osseo, 7-0 Rangers. Weston Hoyt takes the jet sweep. Does a great job, I should say, around the edge, cuts it back into the end zone, 31-yard score. Place is going crazy tonight at Forest Lake. Patzer does it again, bouncing off guys and into the end zone off the direct snap. Hey, Forest Lake is 3-0, 28-19 the final score. Tackle cancer night for the Panthers tonight. Rosemount's defense goes to work early in this game. Watch Ty Hansen with the interception off of Riley Grossman. Nice pick there for the Irish. Jermaine Richardson, touchdown run off that turnover, 7-0 Irish. Then Will Priest, a 13-yard score. And Rosemount wins tonight on the road at Lakeville North, 28-7.
And built on to open the third quarter. Jackson Ganser from 10 yards out. The Irish take over. Special teams matter. They matter a lot. Will Priest makes sure he takes the punt. There he is. And then he does the rest. By the rest, I mean bobbing, weaving, and making these guys miss. They're now 3-0, and they look like they have a chance to be very good again. Wow. Rosemount 28, Lakeville 7.
The Blaze got a burst from Henry Jacayo. Yeah, let the drums roll. He finds a little space, and he finds 6 points. Burnsville is on the board. Good football game, back and forth. The Blaze got some defense as well. Chase Clausen with the read. Chase Clausen with the pick. Burnsville wins it 28-24.
Cretin-Derham Hall in the house, battle-tested after 2 big losses. Cadets love Adebayo from a few yards out, rush right on in to the promised land. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Savion Hart, another rush right up the middle for the Cadets to score. A 34-point shutout. 3 straight wins for them, 3 straight losses for the Raiders.
TA tonight. Beautiful touchdowns all night, but how about these in the fourth by Savion Hart? A 20-yard run to the house, 28-zip, and they kept on running after that. Daniel Dahl taking it there, 45 yards worth as well. St. Thomas powerhouse tonight, 34-zip shutout.
With 2 undefeated teams, Spring Lake Park taking on Chanhassen. That means the Panthers had to deal with Maxwell Woods, one of the best in the state, also in basketball. He broke this one into the open field because he can do that. And you got to stay with this next play because Woods, when you see him, he looks like he ends up down somewhere in this scrum. Instead, because he's built like that, he emerges for a touchdown. Wow. Chanhassen 3-0 behind number 3. 28-14, they beat Spring Lake Park.
And Spring Lake Park, Benjamin Sugarman, 46-yard run for Chan. The drive ended in a missed field goal, but the Storm beat Spring Lake Park tonight thanks to their defense. The Chanhassen Storm off that win off Chaska last week, they're now 3-0, 28-14 the final. How about Andover tonight? Landon Nelson to Ben Kopetsky. Touchdown of 50 yards on this play against Rogers to make it 7-0. DeMario Davenport. This is a punt return for 62 yards and a score. The Andover Huskies win big tonight between two teams ranked in the top 10 in 5A. Final score 46-21. How about Elk River? Kate Osterman hands off. Miles Gordon, short touchdown, 35-6 over Coon Rapids at this point. Handoff here to Kyjon Cummings Coleman. He leads the Metro in receiving, but man, can he move when he gets the football. Nice touchdown here for Coon Rapids. Made it 35-14, but it was all Elks tonight. The number 3 team in 5A winning 41-14.
The Titans trying to mount a comeback. Kales Ciccone from short yardage for a touchdown. But Irondale had its offense in sync all night. Jack Wosiak to Jurian Hughes. Dad will be proud of this one. He could do this. Open in the flat. He does the rest. Irondale impressive in a 33-13 win over Tartan.
Tackle cancer night tonight for the Red Knights. Awesome to see the support. Hawks facing 4th and 13 on the first drive of the game. They go for it. Jamarius Courtney dropping a dime there to Isaac Wicker to move the chains down to the 1-yard line. Courtney would punch it in a few plays later on the keeper. Chaska up 7-0. We move to the second quarter, and this would be more of the same. Courtney on the keeper for the score. He had all 4 of Chaska's touchdowns tonight, 28-7.
Pick things up in the first quarter. Alexander Riley, 12-yard touchdown reception from Austin Randall. Waconia on the board first. Second quarter, Max McNelly, 39-yard run in. Unfortunately, that one does not end up with anything. However, in the same quarter, it's Max McNelly, again, McAnally with a 2-yard touchdown run in. That final tonight, 31-14. Waconia, some other scores that we've got. Apple Valley with a close one over Jefferson, 24-23, and we take you to that one now. Pick things up in the third quarter. Jaden Romeo Moore with the interception. Check that out. Just caught it. Beautiful.
Yeah, nice tip.
Takes things back. Oh. He fumbles it at the 1-yard line.
Boy.
However, that sets up this one. Ian Haviter with the 1-yard touchdown run in, and it's 17-14. Third quarter, same quarter, Orlando Collins, 10-yard touchdown run in. Apple Valley finally takes that lead. However, in the fourth quarter, Jefferson down by 1, goes for the 2-point conversion for the lead. Apple Valley stops it. 24-23. Apple Valley is that final.
Let's go back to 6A. Edina playing Prior Lake tonight. Grayson Spronk, 12-yard touchdown run for the Lakers.
Facing Edina tonight, homecoming for the Hornets, a 10-yard run right here by Grayson Spronk. Made it 7-zip.
To nothing. They don't throw the ball very much, but they did tonight. Trace Bowman, the big tight end, nice catch there. It would lead
Prior Lake, and then with the score 7-3, Prior Lake quickly adds another. That made it 14-3. The Lakers go on to win big, 24-9.
Grayson Spronk, 45-yard touchdown run right down the sidelines against the Hornets. Prior Lake undefeated. Big win tonight over Edina, 24-9. Mound-Westonka, one of the better teams in Class 4A. Nice move by the quarterback Carter Weinbold to Fletcher Anderson against Park Center. That's a 30-yard touchdown play right there. Weinbold again. This is a 5-yard TD run. It's all Mound-Westonka tonight. They remain undefeated, 51-13. SMB's defense, Joey Stoppelstad with the interception against De La Salle tonight. Landon Dillon takes it in from 5 yards out, and the Wolfpack are all over De La Salle tonight. We check the final score, 44-0 SMB. They were up 23-7 when we showed up, Washburn was. Kennedy trying to mount a rally, getting down close to the end zone there on that nice pass. It would set up a short touchdown run, but it's not meant to be. Washburn, a fumble, they recover for the touchdown, but Washburn wins the game tonight. We check the Twin City District, 23-20 over Kennedy.
Both the Lumberjacks and the Spuds were looking to get back on track in week 3 of the high school football season. Moorhead went right down the field and scored on the opening possession of the game. Bemidji came right back. Ethan Bean on the counter makes one cut and gets upfield. No one around him. Lumberjacks tie it back up at 7. In the second quarter, Spuds inside the 15. They give it to their back, Ethan Herlicka. He zigs and zags his way for 6. Moorhead back in front, 14-7. Jacks looking for an answer back. They'll stick to the ground game. Everyone on this play is going to go left, but Peyton Netto pitches it back to Quentin Young. and Young has nothing but open turf in front of him. He runs for a 61-yard touchdown on the wide receiver end around. Brian Stoffel with a great play call from his back pocket. Spuds were up 14-13 at the half. Bemidji fumbled on their opening drive of the second half, and the Spuds going to cash in. It's Herlicka again following his blockers to score his second touchdown on the night. The Jacks kept things interesting throughout the second half, but Moorhead able to hold off Bemidji 35-27.
Mayo came out with the Addington Jug as they looked to keep it in their possession when they took on crosstown rival Century. Big game. Mayo relied on its ground game early in this one. Tor Pappenfuss takes it to the outside, sheds a few tackles to set up Mayo. A few plays later, big Rudy Lazoya powers his way to Pater. He's like the high school version of the bus, Jerome Bettis. Mayo up 7-0. Next possession for Century. It looked like Mayo blew the game wide open. QB Adam Yokin goes deep, but it's picked off by Carter Holcomb. I don't think there's a better athlete in the open field in our area than Carter. He takes this one all the way back to the house. Looks like a touchdown Mayo, but hold up. Some laundry on the field. There's a flag. Century granted a second chance, and they made the Spartans pay. A few plays later, Jacob Wills hauls in that pass from Yoakum. That's a touchdown. PAT no good. Century down 7-6. Later in the half, Mayo QB Reese Grimsrud wasn't expecting the snap. The ball hits the turf. Lazoya recovers, but this game was a dog fight early. In the end, though, the 7th-ranked Spartans in Class 5A blow out their rival Century 49-18.
Owatonna, under the lights we go. We had a big matchup. Huskies and those sweet black unis to take on top-ranked Mankato West. And the Scarlet showed why they're ranked 1 early. Handoff to Jackson. Froderman, he finds a Grand Canyon-sized hole to run through and nearly takes this to the house, but a diving tackle will stop him there. It's cool, though, because a few plays later, QB Bart McAnich takes it in on the QB draw. Owatonna down 7-0 in this first quarter. Huskies looking to respond. They go to the air. Noah Trulson with a beautiful ball to Caleb Hullapitter. He has a chance to take this for 7, but another shoelace tackle stops him short. Some young Husky fans loving that play. They won't love this, though. Owatonna forced to a field goal. That is wide left, so it's still 7-0. Mankato West would take advantage. Second quarter on the doorstep here. Handoff to Elijah Green. Green means go, and touchdown Scarlets. Huskies on 14-0. A little later, Scarlets just rolling with the army of running backs. This time, Froderman, too big, too strong, too fast. Touchdown West. 21-0 was the score then as Mankato West rolls to a 38-7 win.
In Proctor, the Rails coming off their first win since 2020, hosting the unbeaten Esko Eskimos. As you can tell, a very foggy Eggerdal field. One of the first plays from scrimmage, Carter St. Germain drops back, fires, and the ball is batted up in the air. And Jason Owens runs underneath it. He's going to take it the other way for the pick 6. Esko takes the 7-0 lead. Next possession, Proctor lining up to punt. They'll roll the dice as they fake it. Zach McPhee tosses the ball, but it's going to hit the turf. Esko takes over, and they will turn that blunder into points. Ty Christensen with a quick out to Carter Zazulka. Zazulka gets a block, and he's on his way to the end zone. Eskimos stay unbeaten.
Offensive drive now for Esko and QB Ty Christensen with the screen pass to Carter Zazulka. He finds some space and makes the score 13-0 off a safety. Esko leads 15-0, and then the ensuing kick will be ran all the way into the end zone by McCoy Parrish as Esko stays unbeaten, winning 56-0.